Ever wondered what goes on in the darkened, windowless rooms of video editors?
Oh God!
Ever wonder what a colorist actually does? And what the heck is the difference between an offline and an online edit? If you've ever hired a production company and wondered these same questions, this is the video for you. Post-production is the area that I know the most about. It is where I cut my teeth in the video production industry. I started my career as an offline editor in a large production company in Singapore and eventually specialized as a colorist, working on online videos, TV commercials, and programs. I love post-production, and I'm excited to take you on this deep dive into the dark depths of the editing room. In this video, you'll discover the different phases of post-production, what actually happens at each phase, and how color grading and an audio mix can take your videos to the next level. This will be a quick but fun deep dive into the world of post-production. So, you've wrapped on your final day of production. You and the crew are tired but fulfilled. The video has been shot, the job is done, right? Well, no, there's still a lot to do in post-production. And this is where all the elements of the video get put together and you finally get to see the fruits of your labor. Post-production is split into two main parts, the offline and online stage. The terms offline and online come from the dark days when computers were unable to reliably work with high-definition video files. So, the raw footage would be digitized from tapes or film at a lower resolution for editing. This stage of editing with the lower resolution files became known as the offline stage, and the draft edits that came from this stage became known as offlines. At this offline stage, the content of the video is being shaped and finalized, from rough edits to drafts to final edits. Additional B-roll footage is added, music tracks and sound effects are added, and motion graphics and text are added as well. So when does an edit transition to the online stage? When you, the client, approves it. When the final offline edit is approved by the client, the project is said to be picture locked. This means that all the content, the takes, the B-roll, the music, and the motion graphics and text have been finalized and no further revisions are necessary. When a project reaches this stage, it transitions to the online stage of post-production. Now, back in the dark ages, this would be the stage where the editor or assistant editor would have to dig through the piles of tapes and film and re-digitize the footage used in the picture lock edit into a higher resolution for the online stage. This was a painful process, which I'm very glad we don't do anymore. But even though we can skip this archaic step, it is still important to distinguish between the offline and online stages. This is because specialists like colorists and sound engineers tend to charge quite a bit for their niche skill sets, so it is important to ensure that a project is picture locked before calling them in. The online stage is where the finishing touches are applied to your videos. This stage involves the specialized skills of a colorist, sound engineer, and online editor. The work of a colorist does wonders for upping the production value of a project. The work of a colorist starts with setting a look for a video, which has a tremendous effect on the mood and the feeling of a video. So much so that some films are known for their look. For example, Saving Private Ryan was known for its use of a film technique called bleach bypass, whereby the bleaching stage of processing color film was skipped. This results in the silver still being retained in the film and mixing with the color dyes, giving the image a desaturated and contrasty look. Another example is the digital greenish hue in The Matrix, which was used for all the scenes in The Matrix, which contrasted with the cool blues of the scenes in the real world. As you can see, color makes a massive impact on the mood and feeling of a video. And on a more basic technical level, the colorist also fixes problems in the raw footage. Problems such as underexposure or excessive video noise. And of course, colorists also have to deal with the issue of matching footage from two very different cameras with very different lenses. On top of all this, they also have to make sure the video is within legal limits for broadcast if it is going on TV. All of this adds to making your videos feel finished and professional. Another thing, and arguably a more important thing that adds production value to your videos, is a good audio mix. A sound engineer with the right gear and ear can sort this out for you, making sure that your dialogue is clearly audible and all audio elements are perfectly balanced as all things should be. The sound engineer also has to ensure that the audio mix meets the loudness standards for the various platforms, so that the platforms do not compress and mess up your audio. And all of this is put together by the online editor. It is the online editor's job to put everyone's hard work together and ensure that the final deliverables are optimized for all the different distribution channels. This all sounds like quite a big process, and it is. On larger productions, you would have a post-production producer who manages the team, a lead editor, a few assistant editors, and specialists like a music composer, a colorist, and sound engineer. But today, it is increasingly common for editors to pick up cross-disciplinary skills and fulfill multiple roles in the post-production process. And that's it. The post-production process explained. If you would like to do a deep dive into the pre-production or production process, we'll have links at the end of this video or in the description below to 2 of our videos on these topics. If you learned something in this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this on video production and content marketing. Doing that would be very much appreciated. And remember, the best time to plant a tree is 10 years ago, and the best time to start content marketing is yesterday. So start making content today.